She wants it to be perfect, but she has to get ready for him first. She closes the door, staring at him, and as soon as she closes it, he runs. He runs into another room, and then he looks out the window. He rushes back, banging at the door, letting Lisa know that her husband's coming. Weirdly enough, she doesn't hear him, so he bails out of that plan and rushes back into the room. He looks out the window once more and then he decides to hide inside the wardrobe. Her husband comes home, letting his wife know that he's home. She didn't hear him, and it scares her off seeing him there. He says he was calling for her, and she takes one earphone out, saying she didn't hear him. He asks her how's her mom on the hospital, and she didn't know she was at the hospital. He doesn't know what happened, but he said people told him about it. She really didn't know, telling him that they should go and see her mother. He says he can't and that she'll have to go alone because he needs to rest. She can't believe he's not going with her, disappointed to see who she ended up with. He doesn't say anything about that, and he makes his way into another room, mad at his wife for leaving clothes on the floor like that. He raises his voice, letting her know about the clothes, placing them back without paying attention. The man inside glances at what's happening outside. She thanks him for his companionship and leaves. Now that she's gone, he changed his clothes and then a woman greets his lover. He can't believe how beautiful she is for him, complimenting her. She says she's always trying to please him. He takes her hand, saying that she's perfect, that he'll take a shower and get himself ready for her. She nods, then she starts slowly taking her clothes off. She lets it fall to the ground, and that's when Lisa's voice comes up, saying that she forgot her cell phone. The woman quickly takes the clothes off the ground and leaves. Lisa starts walking around the house, calling out for her husband. He finally shows up, asking her what's wrong. She asks him if he saw her phone around, but he says he didn't. She suddenly asks him why he lied to her, saying her mother's not at the hospital, she's at the nutritionist's office, saying there's a whole difference between those two. Her husband's lover is still inside the room she was in before, and she sees them arguing on the wall, so she goes ahead and tries to hide inside the wardrobe. That's right. She tries because it's already taken. She says she'll not stop, that she knows that he's lying to her just now about this. Seeing that things are getting ugly inside the house, the two lovers decide to head out and wait for the storm to pass. They try to open the door and get out of there as fast as they can, but it doesn't open. They hear their voices approaching, and they go and hide behind the couch for now. She knows that he's a liar, that he's hiding something from her right now, saying that she'll end their marriage, but she wants him to tell her what's he hiding from her, asking him why he always does this to her. The only thing they can do right now stays silent and hope for the best, but the man actually has a lucky break and finds possibly the keys to that door in the room. He says he can explain, but she tells him to get out of her sight, and she starts leaving again with him following her around. The man manages to open the door and leaves. They're still it. She says she'll take the car keys and leave, but he says she'll not go anywhere. She asks him if he's really telling her what she can't or can do, taking the jar from behind her and threatening him. Suddenly, her lover comes back, telling her not to do this. She asks him what's he doing there, and her husband asks her who's he. He says that he needs to talk to her, and she can't believe that he chose to say this right now. Her husband walks in his direction, and his lover tells him to stop. She's the one who asks who this girl is, and she can't believe that she thinks it's fine for her to cheat on her husband but not the other way around. She can't believe how messy their lives are, but Lisa doesn't think like that. Her husband is with her, but the two lovers simply can't believe this. She says they have an open relationship, and that they don't care about stuff like that. He agrees with her, asking if they never saw this before. She says they probably don't know anything about it, saying that the issue here is that he went over her time. The woman questions this bizarre relationship, and he simply tells her that it's one for open minds. She wants to know how they can have an open mind arguing like that all the time, but he says that was different. They were arguing about his mother-in-law, that he can't stand that woman. And Lisa says she's had enough, that she wants them both gone, that they ruined the fantasy. She shouts at them for them to leave and they obey her. Now that she thinks about it, she really thinks that they can't be happy having a relationship with other people like that while trying to maintain theirs. He agrees, saying that it's not good for their mental health and that they were happier when they were newly married. That time went by and they started drifting apart. That they thought that having an open relationship like that would help to keep them together, but he says that was a mistake, that he really loves her and doesn't want to see her sad again like that. He says he wants to put their marriage above all else, their relationship above all else. She wants that as well, saying that she'll start to prioritize their marriage and that she wants it to work. He agrees with her, saying that they should prioritize their marriage and their relationship, that he doesn't want to make the same mistake again, and that he loves her very much.